Good morning, team. It's a new venue, and I wish I had a new fantasy team. That is for sure. The last couple of weeks have been absolute shockers, and it continues here. Apart from this game, to be fair, with Garrick and DCE, every other game has been a shocker, and I still had Karaz with a 36 as well. But does anyone remember back in the day, the good old days, where you used to get one joker per season? So similar to that with the tipping comp where you get double points, but for your fantasy team, you're able to once a year get unlimited trades and just basically change your entire squad. I thought it was a pretty crazy thing strategy wise, and I thought it was pretty fun. Some people would do it in round two, so they'd just have an absolute shocker over round one and do it in round two and set themselves up better that way. Some people would do it at the start of the bye period. Some people would do it at the end of the bye period, so they just launch themselves into the final allotment of games there, and it probably was something I would have been nice for me to do in probably around 21, I think. Man, that Isaiah Yoke decision is just haunting me to this day. But yeah, that joke around, whatever it was called back in the day, that would be cool for me right now because it's just going completely downhill. But good stuff for Preston owners. He had a nice comeback game for you. Still 62 minutes, but a 79 score. He's an incredible player to watch, that's for sure. And he's going to be a little bit too expensive next year, unfortunately. He just keeps getting better and better, though. Runs a great line. Very smart player. And in a good team, he's going to do good things. And thankfully for myself here, I picked up one tip back on my cousin there. So I'm one behind now. I got Eagles in this one. This is the one that felt like they needed to win. And yeah, the Dogs weren't as good, unfortunately, and they let a lot of points in both halves there. And even after losing Turbo in that back end, didn't stop them. Adokar 72, a big score from him in an up and down season for these types of games. Garrick, massive score here, 66, 5 goals, 2 try assists and a try, so great on that front. 8 missed tackles though, and an error was pretty low, but yeah, plenty of attacking stats to boot on that one. DCE, this was looking bad for a while there, 14 at halftime. And I was like, how do we do this? Actually, it was 16 in 48 minutes. And I was like, 27 in a game, 16 in 48 minutes. What is going on? But a great comeback from him and very happy with the 60 in that time. Good efforts out there for him. Just very low on negatives, which was great. Just a -4, had 2 turnovers, had a 40-20 as well. So good work in the end from DCE. And Reed Marnie, what a comeback game for him. 57 with a double in this one. No line breaks there, just the 2 tries, which is why you end up a little bit lower than you probably would have hoped for a double. But yeah, 5 missed tackles, 2 errors, and a penalty. It's where he's at the moment in terms of his base stats, and just good to get a couple of those on top. Hopewadi with a double as well, with 2 line breaks this time. 49 for him, really good. Olaquato 48, so a better base stat game, just still no attacking stats on his side of the ball. Maxi King working his way back into the season nicely, a 41-minute 47. That PPM, man, he's a gun. Brooksy was looking to outdo DCE for a bit with those early couple of try assists, but slowed down. But Josh Curran there, 47 for him in 42 minutes, so you'd be very, very happy with that output as well. Him and Maxi King basically doing the same thing there. And in slightly different fashion, Curran had 9 extra tackles, but it was the negatives that slowed Curran down on that one. And then Salmon played 46 minutes there through the centre and did a solid job there. Obviously didn't help them get the win, but solid enough fantasy-wise anyway. And then Sexton 45 there with a try assist. They obviously lost Burton, which was massive, but they were already down pretty big at that point. And they lost Burton and Manly lost Turbo in that time, which is frustrating. So a HIA no return for Burton, which is sad to see for owners of him. And similar to that with Turbo, it looks like he did pass his HIA, but come away with a bit of a shoulder problem. So I think they'll rest him at least next week. Hopefully he is back. Like, even if he was close to available, I think they'd rest him and make sure he's good for that first finals game. But we'll see how that one plays out. Bronson Cherry there, Paseka, all okay scores for those guys. Lawton with the 40 there, Croker with the 40. Good to see him back playing 80 minutes. And then Karaz with a 36. He was on like 5 or 6 at half time, so a lovely return in the second half for a 36. A 30-point second half was good. We'll take it. Not the worst, not the best. Same with Turbo, 35 for him with a try early. Good run meters. To have 1 tackle break in that time is crazy for 183 meters, but there you go. That's a Greg Marzoo stat line sometimes, when you just run it straight. And then Burton, obviously, with a 34. He was doing really well, as always, in recent history. And unfortunately copped that head knock. So, yeah, he'll be gone next week. That's his season done. An incredible season at that for Burton. When I say season done for fantasy. He will be back for finals, which is where they'll need him and Turbo, especially for Manly as well, in both those squads. So there you go. Kikau, Hayward just slowed down his PPM massively, hasn't he? Sam Hughes, same deal in this one. Tommy Talau, 21. Kohler, 17 in 57 minutes. And Jason Saab, 17 of 23 minutes for Jason Saab. So yeah, let me know if you remember that Dream Team or Fantasy Joker, what that was back in the day. I did forget the first game as well, so of course I did. I wanted to wipe that from my memory, but I was mentioning Wishart as a potential option, and now that I'm thinking about it further, I didn't think about it enough, but Munster's actually a good chance of resting next week, which would mean Wishart just goes straight back into 6, so you get him at 9 for 80 minutes and then 6 for 80 minutes at that 5.22 price point, which would have been great for my Blore trade. I also didn't end up trading Blore. I ended up trading Galvin, and I'm bringing in Ponga. So I miss out on Luai's score that I was talking up. I hope a few people did jump on Luai if you did have that final trade, but it was a very niche pod kind of play there, so I doubt many people did. But I hope a couple of people, if you did jump on Wishart, let me know in the comments, because I was keen on him for this week. I thought he's just playing so well at the moment. I didn't expect two tries in there, but you're getting him for 5 goals. You're getting him for the line break assists, big tackle numbers, kick meters, run meters, 2 forced dropouts, 40-20. Man, he's a freak. Getting better and better every week, actually, Tyron Wishart. And he almost helped them, produce an upset against the Cowboys with Pap out, with Grant Anderson going off as well. Marion Seve going off as well in the early part of the game. For them to almost beat the Cows, it's terrible to see for the Cowboys. Like, for the Storm, it was their B team, and they played great and put in an awesome effort. And you can see here it's all Storm. In the top 6 there, you have McDonald, Valepu, Munster, Lasati, and Welch, all in that top 6. And they all got 50 plus, except for 49 there for Christian. But Lasati, a great game from him in his debut. Congrats to that with a try. Munster, a good score there, 55. Was expected in this one that he was going to do pretty well and get involved in everything. And he still only had 233 kick meters, but he had a Wishart taking a few of them as well. Yeah, don't know if anyone would have had McDonald as number 2 and Valepu and Lasati as and Welch there as 4 of their top 6 on their bingo card. That is for sure. But there you go. Murray Talangi, Dean, Robson, all mid-40s. Farlongo, 43. Plenty of tackle breaks on my boy Cotter. And Holmes, obviously 42 for him with a try. 7 goals in this one and a try assist. Basically saved him from a poor score. Jeremiah Nanai, another try and a try assist for him, but only 35. Gross. Joe Chan got the 80 minutes. Good to see from him. Yeah, Cotter. This was the start of the rot for my week, obviously, in game 1. With a 34 for him, 6 missed tackles, no tackle breaks, no offloads, penalty in there. Just pretty gross. His last 2 scores, 17 in 40 odd minutes, and then 34 in 73. He had that month there where he was just killing it for me, and he was my pod play, and then now he is just killing me. So one of the guys, Colin Matangi, we'll get through them all. They're all there. Drinkwater's the next one coming up. But Bradley, Neem, Lukey, 25 in 75 minutes. Crazy low for him. Clifford, mentioned him as a potential pod play, but he has so many games of low and very, very limited games of massive. And yeah, that was the determining factor for me not going on him. Drinky, 21, had a lovely try assist early with that offload. Man just can't stick a tackle, man. 4 tackles, 6 missed tackles, all using in try-scoring situations. Can't make a cover tackle. If he could make a cover tackle, he'd have another 5 points on his average at least. He'd be a 53 guy rather than a 48, because he'd be getting try assists, try savers, and turnover tackles as well. So shocker for him, 21. But, perhaps the worst there of them all with 7 in 14, bone bruising in the end. That's so lucky, man, because he obviously shattered his kneecap a couple of years ago now, and to get away with bone bruising, man, he just gets his knee ends up in some terrible spots, doesn't it? So yeah, Drinky and Cotter, the sad ones of that game. All right, we move to the Penrith game, and it's an 85 for Yo. It's a 64 for Luai, the two guys that I want. Luai, I can get. I decided not to. I decided to go for Ponga. Thought he probably had a little bit more upside, but Luai was in everything. Try saver. He had 3 try assists. He had 4 tackle breaks. He had 4 offloads. Good kick meters. Line break assists. Just doing everything in this game for a 64. So, yeah, let me know if you did jump on through my recommendation. I hope you did, because I did not myself. But I don't think it's going to matter too much. Like, Ponga's probably going to get somewhere the same, or hopefully, probably get injured or something. But yeah, 64 for him. Isaiah Yeo, a little bit of a rest after his try. He's just a freak, man. 85 in 73 minutes. Some people were worried about him not scoring that well. Yeah, righto. Back to a triple set of 80s. He's going to be so expensive next year. He's already made it back to basically where he started the year. He will be ahead of that after this last 3 weeks. Just incredible. 50 in base, 2 offloads, 5 tackle breaks. Like, when he's getting the offloads, he is an absolute game changer. And he's had 3 try assists, 3 weeks of try assists in a row, and a try this week. Man, not much more else to say about Isaiah Yeo being the best fantasy scorer this year, the most consistent, and has played the most games out of all those guys. So he's been incredible. Good stuff to Isaiah. So many superlatives. Too good. He's beat me down to a pulp. Alamotti, 61. A good return game from him. 5 goals as well to boot. Lindsay Smith, 54. Fisher Harris, 50 with a try. He's had a few this year. Oh, we finally get to one of my players. Cook. Oh, good on you, mate. Get the 2-minute rest. 47 for him. Lots of tackles. Couple of misses. An error. Penalties. Gross. Hardly ran the footy. When he did, he got some tackle breaks and an offload. Wish he ran the ball more. But, yeah, they got beat. Not too bad, but 34-12. Wasn't great there, but Cook was 47, so that's where my happiness finishes in this game. Not that that's happiness at 800k, when you're hoping that he scores around the 60 mark, but yeah, is what it is. Munro got a double, Wiley scoring well, Garner, Taruva, all solid, Martin 38 if you went that play. Liam Henry, PPM, incredible, 37 in 27. Brian To'o, just not getting the attacking stats, so yeah, he's dropping down a little bit in price and score. Host played 65 minutes, Myers with 30, Gray 27 for him in the 80 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know. What could you have asked for? 69 run meters for a fullback, though, is just gross. He's not a big runner of the footy, is he? Which is surprising, because I thought that was his best part of his game, but sometimes doesn't work. And then Wyden getting hooked, I imagine. I'm not sure. He was on 30 at the end of the game, down to 24. Yeah, dig it in. Dig it in nice and deep. And the good thing is here that Wyden beat Kolomatangi. Yay. 24 for Whiten, 23 for Kolomatangi. None of my players can play a full game, apparently, in this side when they're all meant to be their best players. But there you go. And then Kolomatangi obviously come out and got Sinmin to finish the game in that last 10 minutes. Or with 10 minutes to go or something. So missed out on an extra heap of points. Would have ended up closer to 40. But no, 23 is where we sit at the moment. Keon, thank you for your service for that 3 weeks or whatever I had you for that was good. And just destroying it in outside of that with 20. So not fun at all. Even Mamazelis off the bench beat you too. Good work, guys. And then Cody Walker. They all smashed Cody Walker too. 21. And I can't forget the best player of all. I end up playing Tungo over Garrick in Supercoach. Yay. That's all I got. You're all legends. Thanks so much for being here. As always, hope you got a little bit of laughter out of that one at my dismay. But yeah, we're all good in the hood. We've got 3 games today. It's going to be plenty of fun. Good luck to you all. Hines is playing. Haas is playing. If you're going on any of them, good luck. And we'll catch you in tomorrow's video.